Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Monona Police Department. I'm excited to have you here for this virtual tour and walk around all of our facilities, both police and fire. So hopefully you'll have a better sense as to the space and the needs of your current police department and fire department and EMS. So here we go, buckle up. Well, welcome to your dispatch center. You can see it's a center, but we have two consoles here, and this is where our hardworking dispatchers receive incoming calls for service that dispatch out to your police department. This is a crowded space. Behind you, you can't see, but it's actually our copier room too. And as you can imagine, a copier, a shredder, a mail room, all combined with the dispatch center doesn't make for the best environment for our dispatchers to work under. So something that I often share and spread with folks who are learning a little bit more about our police department are the needs of our dispatch center, which we house here at the police department. Welcome to our break room for our hardworking staff here at Monona PD. You're looking at it. The break room is a hallway, and it's something that you often find staff and officers interacting here. And as you'll see in a second, it's right around the corner from where we process drunk drivers. So not really conducive or safe for our staff to operate in, but it's what we have and it's what we've been dealing with since the 1950s when this building was built. This is one of our two interview rooms we have in the police department. They look identical. They're built for safety, which is important. But one thing that you'll notice in both of these rooms is that it's not really conducive when interviewing victims of crime, such as victims of child cases, sexual assault offenses, or any other victim for that matter. Not really conducive for that. So we often find and search for other spaces that might be available in City Hall or other locations in which we can interview persons. In the meantime, this is what we have to operate with, one of two. Welcome to your patrol room at the Monona Police Department. This is where your patrol officers operate when they're not out in the streets. This is where they do their reports. This is where they exchange information. You probably don't have a good perspective from the camera angle. But this is a pretty compact room. And so as you can imagine, 21 cops that work here, the civilian staff that work here, this is really the only big space area for our staff to exchange information and to work on those critical reports that the chief is asking them to get done. This space is too small for our need. This is one of our administrative halls, one of two. In these halls, we house offices for our administrative command staff, our detective staff, and our sergeants. I'll show you just the space that they're working with so you have a better sense of what our staff operates under. Welcome to our locker rooms. This is one of two. This is our women's locker room. Not really impressive and quite small. Well, welcome to the Police Department Evidence Room. We can't show you everything in this room, but we'll show a little bit. We are beyond capacity here in what we're trying to collect. Many of these items are of evidentiary value, and so we are obligated to keep and hold on to during court proceedings. We work with what we have, but we're overflowing. We're looking for bigger space. Well, welcome to your police and fire workout facility. No judgment on that barbell there. Here it is. For all your police, for all your fire, for all your EMS. Certainly this isn't what I think most people think of with a public safety workout facility for staff. We need better space for our folks. And to end our tour of the police department side of the house, here's our Sally Bay. This is where we bring our squad. Sometimes we perform light maintenance on our vehicles. We keep them out of the elements and we keep them protected. We're running out of room here, folks. Most of our squads are not able to fit within our garage space here, but we work with what we have. We're looking for more space. Thank you all. I really appreciate your time, and have fun touring the fire department.
Good afternoon. My name is Jerry McMullen, the Monona Fire Chief for the Monona Fire Department. This afternoon we're going to take you around the fire station and show you our current station and what we're looking for in a new public safety building in the next couple of years. Good afternoon. Right now we're in the training room / dining room of the Monona Fire Department. So currently we have 55 members on the fire department. This is the only training room we have for all 55 members. So as you can see, while it seems wide open, there's not a lot of space to put everybody in when we do have training. Off to your left In my right are going to be 3 small rooms. This is where our paid on-premise firefighters stay when they stay overnight. So each of these rooms can hold a firefighter. Originally these were intern rooms, and when the intern program dissolved several years ago, we converted them to paid on-premise. So this is the largest room in the fire station currently. And again, currently we have 55 members. We're looking to add 5 more actually, so we'll be up to 60 members by the first of the year. So we're getting a little more personal now. We're dealing with the bathrooms and the showers for our full-time staff. And our full-time staff are here 48 hours at a time. They pull 48-hour shifts and then they're off for 96 hours. This is the extent of the men's bathroom facilities that are available for the fire station. This also includes volunteers, part-time. We have public works people that come in here. These are the only bathrooms that are available on the downside of the building. So they're not ADA accessible in any way, shape, or form, and they are not upgradable due to the type of building that we're in right now. They'd have to tear out all the concrete. All right, we've moved from the bathroom and the shower facilities into the bunk room for my full-time staff. We currently have 3 full-time members on at any given time, or some LTE members, part-time members if needed. This is the entirety of where they sleep. There's 3 beds here. We're also a co-ed department, so we do have 1 full-time female firefighter paramedic who also has to sleep in the same room with the males as well, and utilize that same shower room if needed. One of the issues we run into here beyond the obvious, the co-ed, the limited space, is the lack of ventilation. So where that shower room is located, coming into this room, there is no ventilation out of that room. So whenever that door opens, all the steam, all the water vapor, everything comes in here. You'll notice in this room we have dehumidifiers, we have a fan that runs almost constantly, the window's open. There's no air movement in here, and we still have not found a reasonable solution for that yet, other than dehumidifiers and a fan. All right, so now we're out here in our 2 south bays. These are 2 bays that are not currently used for fire apparatus, mainly because there's no ventilation in this side of the building. So I have exhaust removal system in the main part of the building for our fire trucks. Out here, there's no way that I can actually put vehicles out here on a regular basis. This is the storage location for our original 1954 engine, also the storage area and workshop for our gear extractor, where we work on our air packs. This is where our light tower is stored. Our medical supplies are back here, and this is also the access to the hose tower, which is on the west side of the building. All right, now we're in the workspace for my full-time staff. Again, I have 3 full-timers on every day. I have space here for 2 people. I have space next door for 1 more person. So it works out well currently, but if I have anybody else currently here, so if I have any of my volunteers here that are staffing during the day, there's no room for them to come in and work. So we're restricted on what we can actually do based on the number of people that we have here. This is the extent of the workspace for my full-time staff. All right, now we're in the women's bathroom, and again, while the bathroom facilities are very limited in this building, one of the issues that we have is we have many women on the department. This is the sole bathroom facility for women. We have a separate shower that was added in a single bay that's back over here in the old janitor's closet. They actually took a slop sink and converted it into a shower specifically for that reason. But this is the extent of the women's bathroom in the entire fire station, is 1 single stall. All right, welcome to our kitchen facilities here at the fire station. This small room is the only kitchen facility available for our firefighters, and it works well, and there's 1 or 2 people here. When we have nights where we have training, when we have other events here, again, we have 55 firefighters. This is the sole kitchen facility available to be able to cook and serve all of our department, and not just our full-time members. Much of this is still original. The floor here is original to the building from back in the early 60s. It's been not changed or updated since then. Most of these appliances, the black appliances, are at least 10 or 12 years old. The refrigerators you see behind me were actually donated by Sub-Zero many years ago. But other than that, this kitchen has remained unchanged for at least 15 years. All right, you're in the fire department day room. This is where our members spend time after their work day. Usually in the evening. As you can see by its size, it's not very big. We have 7 chairs in here, which during COVID was quite a challenge, getting people to stay socially distanced in between calls. This is the lone space they have for activities outside of running calls. Welcome to my fire apparatus bay. This will be the last stop on our tour today. We wanted to highlight what we have for equipment here, which the city equips us very well with equipment. The lack we have currently is places to store that equipment. So currently we have 2 ambulances, we have 2 engines, we have a ladder truck, a heavy squad, and a command car and a brush truck, so 2 cars. For that, we have 7 bays to store them in, so every bay is full out here. One of the downsides of this particular building from the time frame it was built is the size of the building. All of our fire apparatus has to be custom built because of the height of the doors and the width of the doors. So the engine you see behind me, the big truck right behind me, was custom made not only for its height, but for its width. So currently we have about 3 inches of clearance on either side of the engine to get out the door, and about 4 inches above from hitting the door. Same thing with our ladder, which is 3 bays over. Our ladder was custom made, and they still had to take out the rear wall of the station by an additional 6 feet to be able to get it to fit. So really limited on space. The other issues we have out here is gear storage. Again, we have 50 plus members. This is the only spot we have for gear. So they're out here with all the truck exhaust, they're out here with running vehicles, people trying to respond to calls, they're trying to run in and get their gear on. So multiple issues out here. This is the biggest concern I have safety-wise. I have a lot of concern in the building from the lack of space and the lack of programmatic space to do things. And out here, I have a fear we're going to hit somebody responding to a call. So this is the end of our tour when it comes to the bay. I'd love to welcome anybody to come down and chat with me. My door's always open. And if I can answer any questions, please get a hold of me.